Chair. He'll open with a few remarks and then we'll take some questions.
Awesome, thanks Juliet. Welcome everyone. Awesome to be here in Chicago. Firstly, I'd like to thank the city for turning on for us. The weather and all the fans that came to welcome to City. We've had some great events and it's great to see a few Black Tuesdays and Kiwi voices, but there's a lot of Irish here as well. So it's going to be a great week and we're looking forward to the challenge ahead of us and playing in an iconic stadium. And the history of this Test match last time is still a real reminder. We get reminded regularly. So we're excited about the week and start the Grand Slam.
Coach, just firstly, how's the squad? Is everyone available for selection this week?
Yeah, all 36 are available. Look, we recovered well. We got here a couple of days earlier than we previously have and had a couple of training days in Auckland.
Now, thinking back to the last time the All Blacks played Ireland last year, it was one of the more sort of statement victories of last year. What do you take out of that one moving into this week?
Oh, look, you reflect on that game, and it was a game of small margins, like most Test matches are. We completed our sets really well, kicked well, our discipline was good, and there's just a couple of little moments, like I said, that we were pleased with. We've shown the game for a long time, and it was a hell of a night at Viva for us here.
And there's been a bit of focus in the last 4 games on the All Blacks set piece. It's sort of been up and down throughout those matches against the Springboks and Wallabies. What's been focused on from the coaching staff between those games and now? Yeah,
just a little bit of skill set stuff really. Like obviously our mindsets, the fullback care deeply about their craft and their trade, and they work a lot at it. So and every game's different. Every person, opposition you're up against is different. If they drop the knee or crank in the elbow, or they cross the line in the line out, or whatever, who you're up against, you've got to find ways to master that, and that's what we've been working on. Just some fine tuning for this tour.
And just lastly for me, Ireland are coming off kind of a disrupted year with the British and Irish Lions tour. They didn't have like a July series, and so they haven't really played for twice since March, 6 Nations.
Yeah.
Do you think that'll be a factor at all in their preparation?
How many Irish players are in the team?
In the Lions?
And that were in the Lions?
16 in there.
16 is pretty hefty. Look, they won a series away, which is very tough for the Lions. So they've got a group of men they have played Test footy, so they'll be ready. They've got good cohesion and they're well coached, so we expect the best out of them.
Given the lack of games they will have had though in preparation, Scott, is there things you can do to try and exploit maybe a little bit of rustiness that their players will inevitably have at the start of their season, whereas you're in sync and into the season?
I think it's just important we focus on ourselves really. We know their strengths. We know they're a team that extremely organised and well structured and take you deep into the phase count. So we know that we expect that again, and we expect, like I said, the best of them. And we're well and truly into our Test series, aren't we? 10 tests, but it still doesn't guarantee you anything. You still got to turn up on the day.
What have you learned about yourselves in that 10-game period that you've had this year?
Probably a little bit what we did last year, a little bit of margins. We're in all games. We lead all games, and the ability to keep constant pressure on teams and a lot of stuff around individually and collectively as a group, how we can get better in second halves, but we're not far away. Might seem like it, but with the results, but we're really confident when we get we're attack right and defensively we're physical and highly disciplined. We'll match anyone, and that's the exciting part, just doing it consistently.
You alluded to 2016, the game here at the start there. Have you discussed it? What does it mean to you, that fixture? Is it a big motivation?
Oh, what does it mean? It was a pretty historic day, wasn't it? You reflect back, and when it's always the first time in history, you don't want it to be that team, but it's happened now, and you accept it. And what was your learnings from that week? And you asked a couple of players from and coaches from that were in and around, and what happened that week, and what did we learn from it, and to make sure that we get it right this week. But we've had 10 games since. We have 5 each, 5 apiece. So, like I mentioned before, Test 4 is pretty tight, and our Lions have got a hell of a team.
How have you found these matches with Ireland and the particular strengths they have? What sticks out to you?
How do I find?
How have you found the games with them, and what stands out to you as the strengths that you guys have had to negate?
Oh, look, you've got a lot of experienced players that know how to play Test football. They're, like I mentioned before, a really, really well coached team, and with a lot of high cohesion that they'll take you deep into the face count. They play, they kick well, they've just got a good all-round game, and they've got some world-class players in there that you got to respect. Is that the answer? You were happy with that? Is it? Great, thanks.
How's preparation been this week compared to, say, some of the weeks during the Rugby Championship, and kind of what's the message you're giving to your players here in Chicago?
Oh, embrace the city. It's got big shoulders, isn't it? That's what they say. There's a good little coffee shop down there that we see it on the board. The industrialism. It was actually quite cool to learn about the history and the background of Chicago. And we're on a beautiful autumn day here. We're not -20 with the wind coming off the lake. So I just probably respect how much hard work's been given to the city over a long period of time, and then just embrace the week, but also the focus is on Saturday.
Has the perception of Irish rugby changed a lot in the last 10 years, given that for over 100 years Ireland couldn't win one match against you, and now it's 5 each in the last 10 years? I got the impression that there's much greater respect for Irish rugby now in New Zealand, maybe.
Oh, there's definitely respect.
More so.
Yeah, more so. I think you look at your systems, your pathways, your provincial teams, everything is really lined up. Your schooling system, the institution side of it, and you guys getting consistently players that are coming through that international level, and that's the ultimate. Who's going to come through all your programs and your coaching, and young kids that want to replicate their heroes. So you've got a lot of that in Ireland, and it's obviously pretty passionate, and you'll see a full stadium here that there's a lot of Irish around the world, isn't it? It's like a lot of Kiwis, very similar in that way. We love to travel, and we sit on different places, but rugby's dear to both countries' heart.
What's your target for this window? What's a good window for the All Blacks?
A good window. We're going for a Grand Slam. This is opportunities don't come around that often, and when they do, you've got to take them.
This is a big week off the field as well for the All Blacks and for New Zealand rugby. Is that something you're thinking about much at all, like engagement with sponsors, commercial responsibilities, etc.?
Well, there's always responsibilities. That's part of it, on and off the field. And we've got some. Gallagher's is a big sponsor, main sponsor of ours, a major sponsor of ours. Sorry, and it's great to connect them with them and get over this side of the world and promote rugby, but also get them around with the people that we work with, but also you get the training days right, get a little bit of American sport, and then but the focus at the end of the week is obviously the game.
I'm just curious, is there any things that you learn from or try and take from American sports in terms of the way that they do training, the way they divide up their training? Is there anything you have the chance to go and see, or you're keen to go and see?
Yeah, we'll get to the basketball tonight. Their game's built on transition, isn't it? Turnovers and attack, so you get to have a look at that. But no, we haven't had a chance to get into an environment. But I've been to the States before, and they're hugely professional. They've got probably more staff than players, which is a little bit. They love a good setup, and their high performance environment's pretty special. I know a few of the coaches over here. We've done a bit of work with Sean McVeigh and Steve Kerr, so you get some insights, and there's a couple more zeros at the back end of their budgets. Yeah.
So when your player spends 7 months in the belly of the beast like Jordy did last year, do you then take him and strip him for every bit of information he's got and try and learn as much as you can about a rival country?
Yeah, Jordy Geordie's pretty special. Like you get players in your team that are rugby players and coaches before they're coaches, and like he studies the game, studies the opposition, his memory on people's statistics and who played where they play, and you know his time in Leinster served him well for that analysis side of it. So look, he's given us some good insights, and it's great for him to be a part of our team, and he's looking forward to the game as you'd expect. There's a few mates on the other side. Thank you. Cheers, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Yes, thanks, Rosa.